On the heels of calling roughly half the country semi-fascist, the Biden administration is now somehow upping the rhetoric, referring to us all as a, quote, extreme threat to democracy.
The president thinks that there is an extremist threat to our democracy. The president has been clear as he can be on that particular piece when we talk about a democracy, when we talk about our freedoms. The way that he sees is the MAGA Republicans are the most energized part of the Republican Party. This is an extreme threat to our democracy, to our freedom, to our rights.
Notice that line was not off the cuff. That was not merely some gaffe from Karine Jean-Pierre or Joe Biden. She was reading off of her written notes. She repeated the phrase. The White House made a conscious decision to refer to MAGA Republicans the same way that they would refer to ISIS. Actually, probably more harshly than they would refer to ISIS. The libs call the leader of ISIS an austere religious scholar. The libs hand Afghanistan over to the Taliban. Okay, they're actually pretty nice to the terrorists and to ISIS and Al-Qaeda and all those people. They reserve the terrorist rhetoric for you, for parents, and for conservatives, and for MAGA Republicans, which, by the way, just means Republicans. That's it. That's all there is. The Never Trump movement at this point is pretty much just Bill Kristol and 5 or 6 people that he has over to complain about Donald Trump over tea, okay? Statistically, for all intents and purposes, MAGA Republicans just means Republicans, which means the President of the United States, the same president who keeps threatening to strafe us all with squadrons of F-15s, is saying that half of the country should be treated as terrorists. He's saying that the only way we can have government of the people, by the people, and for the people is if we get rid of half the people. A bad idea in general, and especially bad idea when those half of the people are you. We need to add another coin to the Donald Trump was right jar. I always try to keep the receipts here, because here's what happens in politics. A conservative says something. The liberals say, that's crazy, that's stupid, you're an idiot, you don't know anything, that's wrong, that's dangerous, it's a horrible idea. And then, call it 6 months later, sometimes even a couple of years later, the conservative is proven completely correct. And we say, hey, we were right the whole time. And then what do the libs say? No, never mind. What are you talking about? Who remembers that? No, forget about it. Move along. And rinse and repeat. That goes on and on and on. Then the conservatives will observe something and they'll say, wait, hold on. No, this is what I think. And the libs say, no, you're completely wrong. It's stupid. They'll laugh at us. They'll ridicule us. Well, this is what's happening right now when it comes to energy. You might recall a few years ago, Donald Trump warned that Europe's energy policy right now was making Europe, and Germany in particular, extremely reliant on Russia to heat the homes and power the cars and keep Germany going. And at the time, all the libs, and Germany in particular, mocked Donald Trump for this observation. This was considered so risible that the American left-wing news outlets put out joke compilations of Trump making this claim. This is a clip from Now This, which is a left-wing news source and commentary source, mocking Trump's suggestion. Germany's reaction to Trump's inaccurate claim is priceless.
Germany will become totally dependent on Russian energy if it does not immediately change course.
No, they're laughing. Look at them. Look at those Germans. They're laughing. Oh, here's that idiot Trump. Trump's claim is not accurate and highly misleading, CNBC says. Germany imports only a fraction of its total energy from Russia.
Hemisphere, we are committed to maintaining our independence from the encroachment of expansionist foreign powers.
Now this. There it is. Okay, so how's that shaping up? Well, Russia just announced that it's going to cut off Germany's gas supply via the Nord Stream 1 pipeline for 3 days. Just 3 days. Okay, well, that shouldn't matter at all, right? Nothing's going to happen. Because Trump's a big, dumb, stupid idiot, right? And he said that Germany is too reliant on Russian energy, and all the Germans laughed. Okay. Okay, so who cares? They're going to shut off this one pipeline for 3 days. No big deal, right? Well, here's what the German economy minister, Robert Habeck, told the Financial Times. Apparently, this move by Russia to shut off the gas for just 3 days has already forced German companies to stop production. It's a development that he said is alarming. He said, quote, "It's not good news because it can mean that the industries in question aren't just being restructured, but are experiencing a rupture, a structural rupture, one that is happening under enormous pressure." Huh. Not laughing now, I guess. The Germans have said, what can we do with the 3-day pause? They said, I assume that we will be able to cope with it. That was Klaus Mueller, the president of Germany's network regulator. That's what he told Reuters. I trust that Russia will return to 20% on Saturday, but no one can really say. Oh, so it sounds like Trump was 100% correct. And all the Germans were laughing, and all the news outlets called Trump a big, stupid, dumb idiot, and all the conservatives who followed Trump were just stupid idiot rubes who don't know anything about energy, except we were all completely right. And all of the geniuses at MSNBC and the financial analysts and the establishment and the think tanks, they were all completely wrong. That's what happened. And it's very important to point this out because it keeps happening. That's why I keep focusing on this when it comes to COVID. We were right about the masks. All of the genius authorities and experts and Fauci and all the big tech censors and all of the petty government officials from the local level to the international level, they were wrong. We were right about the masks. All of them were wrong about the masks, except for Fauci briefly when he was being honest about the masks, but then he reversed his position. How about the vaccines? When we said, I don't think the vaccines are actually going to stop you from catching COVID or spreading it. And then everyone, all the experts, all the authorities said the opposite, and they all called us a bunch of big, dumb, stupid idiots and science deniers and all the rest. We were 100% right. They were 100% wrong. Same thing, catching COVID, transmitting COVID, the risks of the vaccines. Initially, we were told there are no risks to the vaccines. We said, I think there actually are probably some pretty serious risks. We were 100% right. They were 100% wrong. And it wasn't just COVID that this is the case on. It's everything. It's everything from the COVID masks to the Russian and German energy sectors. Our experts are established geniuses who have the power to form public opinion and exclude certain opinions. They don't know anything, okay? And Joe Schmo on the street and Joe Schmo's representative named Donald Trump are much, much more correct. They have a much, much better record than these people do. I'm glad you liked that clip. Now, ring that bell, subscribe. We've hit 1 million subscribers. That's great. I want to hit 1 billion. So head on over right now, ring that bell, get the notifications. We'll see you next time.